Welcome to the Burrgen Boyz Podcast. My name is Jacob Chantal Brown, and today we have a special guest.
Yo, it's Ashton.
It's the KID, man. Justice, how y'all doing? Welcome back.
Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see everybody, but today it's going to be a little, our setup is a little different today. I just want to tell y'all a little story of the reason why, we have the special guest here. Last week, I want to say it was last week, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember the exact date, but one of these Saturdays, a typical Saturday, the gang meet up. We about to go to the gym. It's hooping time.
Buckets,
Whatever like that. We meet up at the gym. We get in there. It ain't too many people in there. We kind of just shooting around, getting the drills going and stuff like that.
I'm killing them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he can say, like I said, ain't nobody really in the gym just yet. We shooting around and stuff. But, people start to come in. And then to my left, Ashton, he come in. He asks us if we want to play, threes, until people start coming in. Okay, of course, we got to get in there. It's time to start playing basketball. We start hooping. And stuff is kind of out of the ordinary. I kind of, I end up seeing my neck going like this, a whole bunch of buckets getting made.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, okay. At first I wasn't guarding him, I want to put this on Ernest, I was watching him kind of do he was doing a lot of work or whatever. So, I kind of take that challenge personally, like, okay. I took it upon myself. I said, I feel like, then, after they won the first two games or something like that, I was just like, I think I want to guard him. Me, if you know anything about me, if I'm not the best person on the court, but I feel like I'm athletic more than, most people. So I get up on him, of course I'm trying to touch him, I'm trying to, make his shots a little harder. So I'm taking it personal. But nothing really kind of changed, He's still making shots, but this is different, He starts to put the ball on the floor, he driving to the rim. One, I got bunnies, and he's shorter than me, so I'm thinking I got the advantage. No, you know what I'm saying? No, he getting straight in there to the rim. I'm kind of like, whoa, bro. I was almost there, and then it got to a point to where I almost kind of just gave up on stopping him from scoring. It was more so like I just want to make it hard for him, type of thing. But long story short, we end up leaving. We nice hooping session or whatever like that. My boy Tristan, he wasn't there. He was the only one who wasn't. South Dallas. He wasn't there, but we all on the FaceTime call. And he just basically like, how was the hooping session today? I'm just like, it was good, And then Justice, how he be playing too much and all that. I was trying to make somebody mad.
Yeah, I be talking. I get on the FaceTime. I'm telling them because we was killing them. I'm like, Ernest was getting killed. Jacob was getting. I'm letting them have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's saying all this, but the thing is, I really didn't have any rebuttals. I was just like, yeah, Tristan, today, I kind of lost to a better man, and I was just, as soon as I said it. I realized what I said, and I'm just like, hold on,
Pride kicked in.
Pride kicked in. I'm like, no, he got to be hooping overseas. I'm looking for reasons to justify the buckets that was made. So I get on the Instagram, because I heard. Well, I'm talking to Ernest. I didn't get his Instagram at first, but I remember before we was leaving, Ernest, was talking to him. He exchanged Instagrams. I get on his Instagram, and what was the first thing I seen?
Was it a post about him winning the one-on-one, or was it?
No, I mean I saw all that, but as soon as I saw the actual words of
how he went from
months prior I couldn't walk, now I'm walking, now I'm a walking blessing, and at this point I'm like, oh, that that's powerful. Deep. And then I'm just like, what do you mean by that? Like, this dude didn't just start walking because I'm up here telling him while we hooping like, dang, his first step crazy, like dude fast, all this. So when I look deeper into the story, it says that 3 weeks, months prior, he actually won the one-on-one tournament, the championship tournaments or whatever. He playing one-on-ones and stuff like that. But it was just saying that he suffered from the liver abscess. One, that's the reason why he's here. One, because I feel like he has a powerful story. One, we all are basketball players. One, I have a phobia of losing my legs. Or basically the struggle of learning how to walk again. It's nowhere near like a major issue. I'm just bow-legged. Mama used to say, when you get older, you're going to get a cane and stuff like that. So it's nowhere near nothing extreme, but it always used to make me think about the people that would have to learn how to walk again, or the war veterans or people who lost limbs and stuff like that, like the recovery afterwards, and how their mental state would have to be and how strong they would have to be to pretty much keep going. Because I know if I couldn't walk and stuff, it would have changed me entirely as a person. So all these questions started coming in my head. And I'm just like, oh man, I got to talk to this man. Like, cause what was going through your head? Like, so basically, I guess my first question to you would be, was like, when did you realize that something was wrong with your body? Like what, You know what I'm saying? What made you feel like, you know what I'm saying? Clearly something was going on or whatever, but what exactly made you actually go to the hospital? What was that? Like,
so I was in Miami and, you know, having a good time. And, you know, when I got on a plane, I wasn't feeling right. My body wasn't feeling right. And, you know, as the days went on, I started to realize I had a fever. So it was like the temperature, like, was pretty low, you know, in the high 90s, but it just started to get worse and worse. And it got to the point where it was like at 103.5. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, it just came out of nowhere. And, you know, with the COVID and stuff going on, you know, that's what I'm assuming.
He's like, okay, I just, you know, I got to get a COVID test.
That makes sense, definitely.
Oh, my bad. But before anything, just to give y'all the definition of, you know, untreated liver abscess can cause a life-threatening blood infection, passing out, high fevers, like he said, delusions, and hallucinating. So when I was like, whoa, okay, that's serious stuff. So during that whole process, if you're able to, like, just as a hooper, when you're going, what was the healing process like? Once you got in the hospital or whatever, of course you got a rehabilitation program and stuff like that. What was really going on? Because I mean, in a sense, I'm ignorant to it because I don't, you know, I never been through that or whatever like that. But just share with us that process of learning how to walk again. What were you doing?
Well, let him get into, because he was getting into the story about how
I'm sorry. You're right. Thank you.
Let him.
No,
so I mean, you in Miami, yeah. So you have a temperature,
and you know, something was off, you know, but. I just went to a 24-hour emergency, you know, the little ER.
Yeah.
You know, again, I was assuming it was like, you know, something like COVID, like signs, symptoms. And then the doctor pretty much, you know, told me it's just a viral fever.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Something you ain't thinking too much about it no more or something.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, okay, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's annoying, but, you know, it's going to be over with within a couple of weeks.
Right.
So they probably would prescribe you some medicine just to keep the fever down or something like that. Okay. Yeah. And I'm thinking, you know, within a couple of weeks, it's going to be over with. Yeah.
So it just wouldn't go away. If anything, it got worse, you know. Just sleeping in a bed, just sweating like crazy. Like I'm telling you, like after a hard workout, you know, just shirt just drenched, and I'm like, all right, something's up.
Now, are you still working on your basketball at this time? So on top of feeling like this, are you still working and trying to, you know?
No, I was really, since I had the symptoms, I wanted to be, you know, on the safe side, you know,
sitting down for a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, quarantine. Okay, not trying to be around people.
Because I didn't know what the situation was exactly before, you know, before I went to the doctor. So even afterwards, I just thought it would be best to, you know, sit at home, rest, take the medicine, because, you know, me, you know, I'm a basketball
person.
You
want to be on the move.
Yeah.
Man,
they COVID test you? The doctor?
Yeah, they COVID test me, and they said the results were negative. Even for the flu. So
okay, so that's why they saying, okay, we're just going to send them home.
Yeah.
Okay.
And turns out, you know, that wasn't the case. Like I said, if anything, it got worse, you know, so the medicine didn't work. So I figured, you know, well, my grandma, you know, she talked to me, you know, recommended me, you know, going to Baylor Hospital. So did that, you know, still wasn't feeling too well. You know, it wasn't a good feeling, like sleeping, waking up in the middle of the night, just, again, drenched in sweat. And it's just, I almost felt like I wanted to throw up. It's just like, even thinking about it, it's the worst feeling. But with the Baylor, they ran a couple tests, and you know, that's when I pretty much found everything out. They had to do blood work, and they, you know, seen something off, you know, with my liver. So that's when I was like, okay, you know,
like
I'm not,
time,
I don't know what's going on. So I'm trying to, like, you know, figure out my liver. Like, what's going on? I don't even drink like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not an alcoholic or anything. You know,
young.
Yeah, I'm young. I'm trying to.
You said the doc give me the wrong diagnosis,
right?
No, for real. Yeah, that stuff is serious.
But that's when they found everything out. So then they took me back there. The doctor, you know, was talking with me and told me, you know, pretty much I had to stay overnight. I couldn't go home. And I'm like, oh man, okay, so there's got to be something serious, right? Something major. And that's when they told me it was a liver infection. They started to, you know, run a couple more tests and everything, and that's when I found out the news. So
did they necessarily say how it formed, or it was just one of them, you know, 1 in a billion type of things, some reacted?
Exactly. And it's crazy. Like, it's like they don't even know what the cause of it is. So it's one thing to, find out you got a liver infection, but it's another thing when you don't know the cause of it, or like when the doctors don't know. Like it's a scary situation to be in. So it's like,
could it happen again? Just I know all them thoughts is racing through your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, with that type of energy, because I really avoid the hospital in every way. Like I'm one of them dudes who I gotta have a real reason to go in this hospital. Like, you know what I'm saying? I turn to a weenie in the hospital. I'm scared. I don't want to be in here and smell like bleach and it's white everywhere. So we going to heaven or something. I just pretty much don't like being in the hospital. So, but as far as, you a basketball player, you know what I'm saying? You cold, you know what I'm saying? As far as how did you, because I'm just thinking of putting myself in your shoes, you know what I'm saying? He talking about something wrong with my liver, but he can't tell me what's going on. He can't tell me how it happened. I would be, me personally, I'm in a dark spot. Like, how did you prevent yourself from just living in like negativity? Like, what did you do to mentally, I guess, strengthen yourself to deal with that type of situation? Like, was there somebody in your corner to, you know what I'm saying, make things easier for you? I'm just trying to think of, that's scary, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, just being in there and you don't know what's wrong with yourself. They can't tell you. Like, how do you fix that? Like, you have to have a surgery or like,
so what is the next step almost?
I don't know.
It being new to me, a lot running through my mind, just questioning things, and it's definitely a process. It's something that I wasn't used to. So they pretty much, have to run IVs. They did it through, both of my arms. They had to put IVs in both of my arms. It came to the point where I had to get stomach shots, waking me up like I couldn't even really sleep. So they had to do stomach shots, in the middle of the night when I feel like I'm finna sleep good. That's when, they come in, knock on the door. They gonna, wake you up.
Shots, like shots through the stomach?
Yeah.
Big needles and shit?
No, well, it wasn't, the needles wasn't too big, but it was just the uncomfortable feeling. Yeah. Like, because, prior to that, they was trying to, figure everything out, and the infection is pretty much like pus on the liver. So it's like little spots that tend to grow, right. And it's it can get worse. Luckily they said I came in time enough to figure out what it was, and it wasn't too bad, but I mean, it was, like I said, man, it was like a process. So they just like put the IVs, like I said, they had to give me shots in the stomach, plasma. It's so many things, man. And let's just say I was looking homeless. Like, I got a picture of me looking homeless because like it was
insert picture here.
Yeah. And losing a lot of weight. And they had to put the drains. The drains, what they do is they pretty much take out the infection, but it was like a procedure, like a little surgery that they had to do. And they went inside my liver. And it was an uncomfortable feeling, like, knowing I had to go in there and they had to stick the drains through, in here. I got the scars right here. They had to stick them in there, and they did not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times they had to do it because it took time, right, like I said, it was a process. So it wasn't just, okay, we're gonna do it, all right, we done. Nah, it took, I was in the hospital for 3 weeks.
Like spots or pusses. So like they doing it one procedures to get it this time, another time's to go to so
right. So
you had multiple surgeries technically.
And it was an uncomfortable feeling. Like, I'm thinking, okay. And they was unsure. Like the doctor was like, they were like, okay, we're gonna try it this way. It's not a guarantee, but we're gonna see where we go from here. And when things didn't look good, then that's when they had to do it again and again and again. And I'm just laying in the hospital bed, just trying to, let everything sink in. And it was just so much at once. And yeah,
man. I understand. Like I'm up here. I'm got goosebumps myself. That's scary stuff to me.
It's crazy because I didn't go through something similar. But remember when I was working at Holiday Inn, my appendix bust.
Yeah,
randomly. Yeah. So I'm feeling fine.
And then out of nowhere,
I'm like, my stomach's kind of hurting. Maybe it's because of something I ate. Woke up in the middle of the night, same like you're sweating. I can't move. I'm feeling so much pain in my stomach as if I got a cramp. I'm like, I can't move. And so I basically have to force myself to get up, go to the ER. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting at Fort Worth. It's what's that? I hate the hospital. JPS. You know what I'm saying? I hate JPS Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there, you know, they take a long time to get into the ER because everybody has an emergency.
Right.
I'm trying to, hey, I'm in pain. Like, y'all don't understand. Whatever. I get there. When they do the x-ray, they was like, oh, no, your appendix bust. We need to get you into, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
So I know what you're talking about, just that uncomfortability and being like, what does that mean? Why did it happen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and that's crazy that you said that because luckily it didn't happen, but they were giving me news like
at least
right after
stuff?
that. No, like right after that, like how you talked about it, like it was going to be another situation that I had to deal with. So they was unsure because I was going, not just with the liver infection, but I was going to have surgery like in the appendix area too, because all of the bacteria they were explaining. It was just like, dang, I just got, you know, I'm close to being done with the liver part now. It's the appendix, and they got to do that too. Like, I'm talking to God. I'm like, okay,
what I do?
What's going on?
Yeah,
You know?
like, and it's funny because the appendix, if y'all don't know, it has no function. It's just in your body. It plays no role. So it's crazy. Like, but and so and not to interrupt, keep interrupting, bro. But like, if it wasn't for your grandma even telling you, nah, baby, you need to go back, because these doctors are basically saying, oh, nah, you good. These supposed to be professionals you go to.
In a sense,
they supposed to figure out what's wrong with you. Nah, man, you good. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? You good. Go back.
Wow.
But it's her saying, nah, you need to. Something's wrong. If you still feeling it, nah, you need to go back. And I like Baylor Scott too, bro. That's one of my favorite hospitals because I feel like they treat you like a person.
Man,
they listen. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely,
that's why they're up there for that reason. But I mean, I guess that's because when I'm looking up, once again, I am ignorant when it comes to it. Really, your story made me look it up, and I'm just like, if that's causing, you know what I'm saying, infections in the blood, like if your liver pretty much, I'm just thinking of a cyst on your liver inside your body. That means it is going in your blood flow, going to other things, which could lead to other complications. And I'm just like, oh man, my boy was going through it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's oh my God, that's just scary stuff. But I mean, you brave, man. You definitely survived, and you know what I'm saying, you pushed. But as far as the walking, how did it affect walking? Like,
it was, you know, I had to take that one step at a time. It was just, it wasn't easy because with the drains.
I knew I forgot a way to use it. One step at a time. How does it affect? Come on.
Oh my God.
I edited it. I heard it. I was like, I get to use it.
You always joke.
Okay, my better.
Nah, I feel you. But with the drains, man, it was so hard to sleep because one side of the body, like you cannot even lay on. You know what I'm saying? So that was like,
they most people sleep on their sides and whatnot and all type of.
Man, I had to learn how to sleep on, you know, just my back and not be able to move throughout the night, like just sit in one position. Like that's difficult, you know.
Which is crazy because you don't control that. you just wake up on your side,
man. And it's just one side. Like, I mean, I would sleep on this side, but not being able to sleep on this side, my body was kind of off balance, you know. So, and I lost a lot of weight. Like a lot. Like I think I dropped like 20, 30 pounds.
I'm sure the appetite was non-existent at that time.
For real. And I love the grub.
Could you even eat at that time?
I mean, not at first, especially before the procedure. You couldn't even drink water.
Right. Like,
so it's like, damn, okay. And knowing me, I like the grub. I ain't gonna cap. Man. But I mean, I was in a different situation, but I just pretty much had to learn how to walk again, and I forgot what it's called, where you got to carry the monitor, like the thing that you got to carry with you
when you walking around.
I had to walk with that and just learn, like, take slow baby steps, and I'm like,
walking with the nurse and everything. She's
and even my best friend was walking with me. You know, she was helping me out, but I was like, one thing about it, I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me, so I had to, knowing me, I had to talk to myself and just motivate myself. No matter how hard or difficult the situation may be, like, I had to tell myself, okay, Ashton, like, you can't be sitting in this bed for so long. And, again, knowing me, I'm hard-headed.
Right.
So, I had to, get up and, like I said, take it one step at a time, learn how to walk again, and it wasn't easy. But, it was a good feeling to even be able to walk.
Right, you said, I'm walking now. So,
so it was a real good feeling. And it wasn't easy because, like, I had to balance myself a little bit, and I was shaking as I was walking and things like that. But definitely was making progress, as the days went by.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm assuming it's frustrating because you're like, I was walking since I was a kid. This should be simple. And, like, now it's like, it's difficult. The things you take for granted, you know what I'm saying, with health, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for real.
Like he was saying, just not being able to move and like you said, not being able to eat and stuff like that. And even when you get out, like I'm stubborn. I return back to work. Y'all sitting me, I can't even sit straight in the chair because the doctor was like, you don't need to go back to work. But I'm like, well, who gonna pay my bills? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell my parents can't. I gotta make it do. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it, man. It's just tough. So, and how long from the time you discovered it to now the time you're trying to learn how to walk? How much time in between? Because losing 20 pounds is like a thing that you do over months. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to lose weight, you do it over months. But I'm assuming it's probably a relatively quick period where you're going through this. Now you're dropping weight. Now you know what I'm saying. Your bones weaken. You atrophy if you're working out. You're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. So how much time is about?
It was a month and a half.
I lost 20 pounds in a month and a half.
Yeah, that'll put the body into something different. Yeah, for sure. You'll shell of yourself in it. Yeah.
And that sweating that caused it too. So sweating and then not being able to eat like I want to. To the bone. Like I said, I got pictures and videos of it. So it just, I mean.
No, I was serious if you said, if we can have permission to put, just to give it.
No,
it's
I'm not
real.
laughing, like, but that's
because our platform is built off of not only men kind of being able to talk about our things, black men, but like about health and wealth. So like it's important. We always try to preach good mental and good physical. You know what I'm saying?
You heard what he said? He said he didn't want nobody to feel sorry for him. He going through life threatening.
We all have.
You know what I'm saying? No, like
we don't want to be vulnerable, just naturally. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be vulnerable.
No, but I mean that's again the main reason why we made this podcast. It's because you know what I'm saying, I feel like there is no well, I don't know where we get this bravado type of stuff from, or we feel like we can't reach out to tell nobody, you know what I'm saying, what we going through, because sometimes I feel like telling somebody will help you get through it sometimes, or you know, give you that support to get you going.
Definitely.
What's dope, he's talking about his role that his best friend played. You know what I'm saying? About helping, like, you need some people in your corner. You know what I'm saying? Grandma.
How did they play a role?
Shout out to women, because
on God,
that's what I'm hearing.
God.
Story.
Oh yeah. They were definitely there. I mean, been helping me out, you know, helping me get through the process even when I was at home, just helping me out, changing out the drains and things like that. So I'm forever grateful and, you know, blessed, you know, to have my best friend in my corner. Definitely, because, you
shout
know,
out to her.
Shout out best friend,
without her, you know, I wouldn't be able to get through it, you know, as much. So
no, I feel you.
Definitely.
Okay, so how is this? My bad, Jake. I know you have the questions in a row. I'm just kind of freestyling.
I mean, we pretty much. I'm learning. I'm asking all my favorite questions right now. I just wanted to know, like, because one, I just knew you after, you know what I'm saying? This is after, said the fact. You couldn't tell me, you know what I'm saying? You just learned, you started walking.
You would never know by the buckets that we were giving y'all.
Hey.
Let them know. We were giving y'all. He didn't want to say it in the beginning. I wasn't trying to enter. We was giving them niggas buckets, man. Shout out us. But yeah, go ahead.
No, it was like legit, like, you know what I'm saying? Clearly, I'm just thinking, okay, you know what I'm saying? I hooped against one of them overseas dudes, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to tighten up. You know, I haven't been hooping like I used to be or whatever. But then I'm just like, no, like after reading the story, like how did you a humble dude. Like you seem like, you know what I'm saying, I can basically even how you was playing, like you doing stuff that's like you're not smiling, you serious, but you were good enough to be cocky. You know what I'm saying? Basically, but you wasn't. So I'm like, okay, I'm basically like my boy Ernest said, you can tell a lot about a person with how they dribble a ball. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, bro. He was putting his hand behind on y'all.
No, he wasn't doing that.
I would have taken that personally. I would have been, hold on, bro.
He wasn't doing certain stuff to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm just like, no, you know what I'm saying? This is a good dude or whatever like that. But like, how did that experience? Did that experience change you as a person? Because when I saw you just after the fact, you still seem, you know what I'm saying, you clearly getting buckets, but you know what I'm saying, you seem like just, I don't know, like a God-fearing, just a good stand-up dude. Like that was my first time seeing you, and it just seemed like, oh, we could be friends. I'm saying, this dude, he cool, you know what I'm saying? He getting buckets and stuff like that. But did that actually change you as a person? Or, you know what I'm saying, like how did it change you as a person, if it did, the surgery, or the process?
Well, if anything, I felt like it made me stronger. You know, I'm all about faith. Without God, man, you know, we all go through things in life. So without him, I wouldn't have made it this far. So even through the process, I just pretty much let my faith kick in, you know, and the only way is up. You know, I can't look down. So like I said, it made me stronger. It made me better. It was a lot I was going through at the time too, because I was supposed to go to DR, Dominican Republic.
Yeah, to go hoop.
And it's crazy, but an agent that I knew, you know, ever since college, it sucked, but I didn't let it get in the way. But pretty much, you know, we was on great terms. You know, he had plans for me Like, you know,
you out here getting buckets. You finna go over here. Yeah.
And I'm, you know, prior to that, I was supposed to go to the Dominican Republic, but, you know, when I told him about the situation, you know, he was like, you know, he was checking on me, you know, saying, you know, he's sorry I had to go through that. But, you know, out of nowhere, he just blocked me. So for what reason, I wasn't sure, but it's life, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So, again, I didn't let that get in the way of me. If anything, I just let it motivate me, you know, not out of envy or anger or anything like that, but just, like I said, faith and being patient. So, with going through all that, it just made me stronger, you know, it made me better. So, I felt like I had something to prove, not to everybody, but mainly to myself.
Boom.
And also my purpose in life. Ooh. It's not just about me, but it's more so about, you know, the youth out there and others, you know, not just, it doesn't have to be specifically with basketball, but whatever they want to do in life. No, I feel it's my purpose. So, you know, of course, I can't carry all the weight on my shoulders, but I realize God gave me a purpose. And, you know, if I can, you know, show it through my story, then
what you are.
that's what it is. That's what I want to do, you know?
Because I was just thinking, you know, once again, like I say, I'm being a creep. I'm looking at your Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little frustrated because, you know, the things that was done to me. And I'm just like, you know, I'm thinking basically off what you said, like, dang, this dude was overseas. And when did this happen? Because, you know, I know how, as an athlete, if you go through injuries and things like that, you know what I'm saying, it kind of stops the process. They almost scared in a sense to, you know what I'm saying, send you here or go here. And I'm just like, man, like, as a hooper, you doing everything you can. You working on your game. You polish the game. You doing, you know what I'm saying, everything going good. And then for, you know what I'm saying, that to happen, I just know, I'm just, like I say, we preach mental, you know what I'm saying, mental health, physical health, and things like that. Keep pushing and forward like that. And that's pretty much the definition of your life. So, you know what I'm saying, that's the main reason why I was like, man, we got to get this dude up in here. And we got to, you know what I'm saying, talk to you, because people need to hear stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, it might not necessarily be in basketball, you know what I'm saying? It could be somebody suffering from some other health issues or just problems in their life. Like, people, you know what I'm saying? People, like, if you have faith and hard work, anything can happen. You can basically perform miracles. That's what I feel like. And that's how I feel like your life is. Like, I feel like you can flex with that. That's why I low-key want you to be cocky, because when I heard that, I was like, dang, he wasn't even talking to me. He wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? I'm a survivor, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how I be on. I almost be a vendetta against the world. But he's like, your temperament can clearly, you walk by faith, you know what I'm saying? God is pleasant and present in your life. And that's, you know what I'm saying? You ooze that. I just want you to know that. But it's just like, that's powerful. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's why you're in here. But as far as any other question, I just want to salute you, because that's literally my fear, bro. Like, that is my fear. Like, I don't know, like, that's one of them, I don't want to get dark, but I always do. I would, bro, if I was still, you know what I'm saying, I'm struggling walking, or, you know what I'm saying, I hate to say that, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to go hoop overseas, and, you know what I'm saying, I got all these big things going, and they took it from me. Now I'm in the hospital, and I'm dealing with all these things. I'll be in a sunken place, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's, again, once you say you walk by faith, you have friends, you have people in your corner, and then just your story of you didn't let that stop you. You know what I'm saying? You just kept pushing. And then I'm just like, wow, I'm looking at you. You cold. I would have, you know what I'm saying? I would have never thought none of that happened. So that honestly motivated me to work harder. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, nah, I ain't got no excuses for nothing. Like, my man just, you know what I'm saying, lost all his way. You started over from scratch. So just having a story like that just motivated me to work harder. And, you know what I'm saying, really just be more mindful of my situation. Like, it's not that bad. Like, you know, people really out here recovering from worse.
Going through that and still chasing their dreams. Like,
like, nothing stopping nothing.
It's like, commendable. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you were saying, like, your story is cool, because now we recognize we talk smack, and, you know what I'm saying, amongst hooping our group and all that. But we recognize that, I mean, Jacob might not recognize because he's prideful, but I recognize there's tears. Like, as good as I think I am just going to place and hooping against people like me who we might have hooped in high school, but there was no college basketball for me. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know what I'm saying? And so when you get someone like that, you're like, I'm looking almost like, I think I have footwork. I'm like looking at him like, nah, bro, like there's other levels to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I said it to say that we were talking about basically how good we are, but I can recognize, I'm like, nah, man, like, I'm thinking, in my man, I'm like, if this guy is 6'3", bro, I have a problem. Like, I'm thankful I got to guard somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Or like, And it's just interesting because I'm like, I know because I knew the best I was. There was a time when I was trying to make the team when I went to college. So for the first time in my life, I was like, well, I guess I got to go run. I got to lift, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when you put in the work, then you're going back to hoop. You're like, oh, I'm killing. Like, it's not even close no more.
Man.
And then injury, same thing. You got injured. Then I'm like, okay, maybe it's not God plan for me to hoop. I just stick to my books. But I can see just by looking at you, because when we first walked in, I peeped you because I felt like I had seen you before. I was like, I feel like I've seen him before. I was like, nah, you was in the sled area. Where the grass is.
Yeah.
This boy done did a whole workout and came and worked out.
And then he was wearing the weight vest, everything. And then he came in and I'm like, he's killing us. But I'm just, that shows you how much, like, you still gotta, like you said, you got to have to go to work in a little bit. We still gotta put the time in to do our regular everyday things, but we still gotta have the time to chase our dreams, man. And so, like he was saying, salute, like, it's commendable, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Jacob, you said you didn't have any more questions written down?
I mean, it's pretty much all the stuff that I learned from creeping. You know what I'm saying? It was a post on, it was a post, you posted, you know what I'm saying? It was,
Why you say creep though, bro? Why you be saying
because
that?
I want you to understand that I never really, I'm on the phone with my boys, you know what I'm saying? I'm on FaceTime and I literally said, I lost to a better man. And now I'm just thinking logically, what would make me say something like that? Like, Jesus Christ. So I'm looking on your page, and then you got a post. You say, although we can't see the wind, we can feel it and know that it's there. That's how faith should be. We may not know where we will want to be, but just know through hard work and dedication, it'll hit us like the wind does, unexpectedly. And I'm just like, oh, boy.
That's a bar.
I was like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just thinking. I was like, oh, so I'm up here playing against angels. Oh, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Somebody
gifted.
with God's purpose, you know what I'm saying? Gifted type stuff. But I just, like I said, just keep pushing, keep going forward. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoy, you know what I'm saying, you coming in because, like I said, we all macho people don't really want to tell, you know what I'm saying, people to feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for you. If anything, I want to work harder so I can beat you. You done been through all this type of stuff. And, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate you telling your testimony, but it's like you definitely inspired me to do more. And, you know what I'm saying, you telling that story, I'm like, oh no, I ain't got nothing going on. I need to work harder because there's somebody out there working way harder than me. So it just I don't know. I like that alpha type of energy. Like it sharpens men up, and that's what all we try to preach. Like,
Same with me. Like you motivate us. I remember, I think I talked to you a little bit and asked you for your story that one time, and I was like, bro, that's why I'm in here. You got me back feeling like I don't gotta go hoop overseas unless I feel like I'm not good enough, and that's not my calling. But
Cap,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Cap, you good, man. When I played with you, man, you was getting buckets. I like your game, bro.
Like I'm just bigger than everybody, so I kind of know how to, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, because when you see other hoopers, you'll be like, even to get to what he is now, because I look at other hoopers like, okay, to get to where he is now would take me this amount of work, right? But then in that same time, he's now elevated to something else. So it's going to be a forever thing chasing me.
The Kobe run.
So as good as I think I am, I know when you get to play against people, like, okay, there's just different sometimes. There's just some people are better than you. They put in more work and it's natural, bro. You know what I'm saying? But what I was saying, but thank you for saying that, I am a big, you know what I'm saying? Bucket, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
But no, that like you're a living example of what hard work and having faith, you know what I'm saying, miracles can happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? You put yourself in that situation, like you know what I'm saying, you knew what was going on, you didn't beat yourself up, you didn't fall into that sunken place and give up on nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got your way back, you know what I'm saying? You got stronger. Like you say, you felt like you had to prove it, not only to, anybody, to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's powerful. Like, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that because, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily, it don't have to always be basketball, but that example in itself, just keep going no matter what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Just keep pushing. And I just like that type of energy, man. You just motivated me to do more. Man,
appreciate it.
And basketball touches us, just to wrap it up, basketball touches us a little bit different because that's Tristan.
Burrgen Boyz.
That's the one who asked about you. Like, I'm hearing somebody killing, I'll be talking like, hey, Justin's telling me somebody killing y'all, And so we all met through basketball. We went to high school together. That's how the Burrgen Boyz started, was an elementary school in Arlington where I used to live at. And we used to just come hoop. We'd be battling, getting better, you know what I'm saying? And so like it's basketball, but it's more than that. Like basketball is almost like a metaphor of life, like about we do this. Yeah, it's fun and it's good for you, but in trying to get better at basketball, you get to work on the things you're not good at, and that's kind of like a whole thing in life.
Right.
Like whatever you're doing, you're not gonna be the best at work at it. You know what I'm saying? And then Tristan, if you come in and out,
keep locking the door,
coming in like a true. Keep it open. You're right. That's true. But I mean, we can edit all this out, so it's cool anyway. But I wanted to get into some. I just had some just general. Cause I know you're a basketball fan. Just so what type of player did you? And then we should have started that way, asking them like, how'd you grow up and all that. My bad.
No, you know what I'm saying? I honestly didn't want you to. I want to keep it serious.
Okay. Well, just to get the background.
I know facts.
You know what I'm saying? But so like, who was your favorite player growing up, or who's your favorite?
Growing up, I mean, of course it was Kobe. Everybody love Kobe. I'm not in the backyard, where I'm from, in the backyard where it's just pure grass and mud. So
where you from?
Oak Cliff.
Hey. Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
So South Dallas. He represented well. Yeah.
I just used to shoot fadeaways in the back, just imagining, dreaming.
Yeah.
But, so hoop dreams, yes, sir.
Is that who you try to like model your game after? Like when you got old enough to be like, okay, I'm gonna try to be, or like who do you think your game most closely resembles?
Well, to be honest, Damian Lillard was definitely my favorite player.
You shoot from
still
far.
Is to this day. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
But honestly, I try to be more like myself. I don't want to compare myself to others because,
well said.
Everybody got a different story. So if you compare yourself to others, then I feel like it's gonna kind of misguide you. So but as far as my favorite player in the NBA, Damian Lillard, I love his game.
Yeah.
I like what he does. He's just not a hooper only. He he likes to rap. And things like that. So,
cold with it too.
Yeah, for real.
Talented.
So
Dollar Dame. And I hope I know he has loyalty, man, but I want him to win. I need him to go somewhere else. And I know he doesn't want to.
Man.
That shit sucks, man.
Loyalty.
For real.
At what point, bro? Like, isn't it every hooper's dream
trade him?
if you make the NBA, even if you don't, like, who wouldn't want to win a championship? So, like, it's almost like you're compromising two things. Because when we be playing, okay, so as for instance, remember that day we were playing with y'all and we were playing 5-on-5 this time? That team, I think we lost against them.
Are you talking about when you
they tried to pick us up, and I was like, "No, I don't even want to play with y'all, bro."
Man,
they were trying to clamp. And first of all, I don't know. But in my head, I'm like, I don't see how they don't understand. No, I'm not finna.
KD.
Like, you just beat me, bro. I have pride, bro. I'm sorry.
I feel the same way, bro.
Yeah, you're not finna and then pick me up because then it's also a strategy. Like
that's what I be saying.
Jacob is even though he's tall, but he plays a big man game.
Yeah.
So now you've eliminated the competition essentially. If I join y'all, now we have the two biggest guys, and like, nah, bro, like, nah. And so I'm prideful. So, but there was going. So okay, so you said Damian Lillard. So who are you picking as far as who do you see? You know what I'm saying? Winning the champ. What team are you going for? I know Dame's your favorite player. Like, who are you? Are you watching the Lakers? Like, I want to get to some basketball talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? NBA crazy right now.
Man, to be honest, I don't even like. Unless I'm going out or something, I don't really get a chance to watch it like that because I be
busy working.
Man,
okay,
be trying to put in the work. I mean, even when I was a little kid, like I ain't really had time to watch the NBA games like that. It's crazy as it sounds.
Crazy.
Yeah, because I was always in the backyard just
playing.
That's
a good reason.
I'd
rather do it than watch.
True. Yeah. So. I mean, but no, I mean,
I was like, you a dog for real.
Yeah.
Yes,
he
sir.
said, I spend all my time, if I'm not working, eating, I'm in the gym. And it shows, bro. I mean, it shows. Like,
facts.
Appreciate it.
Like, you cold, not for your size, you're just cold. Because I hate when people say, oh, yo, you good for yourself. Guess what Jacob be saying all the time? You got footwork for a big man. It's like, no, I have footwork and I just so happen to be overweight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not even overweight.
I'll be killing. Nigga, I'm 250.
What's your blood pressure, though?
It's exactly, it's legitimately perfect.
Okay, so you healthy.
Yeah, but
if you was under
I know. Okay, I get what you're saying.
You trying to fish for a cookie? You an ego cookie?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying you be selling me, and I be, you know, what I'm saying, you don't mean it in a bad way. You're trying to give me a compliment, but I be like, I'm not good for a big man. I'm just good. So he be saying stuff to piss me off, bro. He know what he be doing, but yeah.
No, that's powerful. You have a powerful story, bro. You motivate a lot of people just by you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we didn't know each other for too long or anything like that. It was literally, you know what I'm saying? It's funny how basketball works. You know what I'm saying? You meet so many people through basketball, and just to realize your story, bro, it just motivates me to just do more. Once again, I'm talking in circles, but it just, bro, you really lived my fear, and you mastered it. So I salute. Like that's just crazy. Like
appreciate it.
That's love. But no, I mean,
shout out, bro. Nah, for real. And just to let y'all know, you don't have to be, you know, the celebrity. You know what I'm saying? You can be making changes in your own backyard with your family. Your story can help a lot of people. You don't have to be known. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this dude is humble. Like, we ain't known him less than a month, and you could just tell by the way he carried himself. He faithful. You know what I'm saying? He talked about God when we were just talking. Like, he said he had a story, and he felt like that was his purpose, man. So just so y'all know, kind of the reason it is like chase your purpose. Work hard. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up. I know it sounds cliche, but it's the truth.
And things do happen. But you're like, and you kept putting you just a dog, man. I just like being around people like that. More people need to be more like you, man. Because that's like perseverance, like that's crazy. Because you know how many people would give up, and I'm one. That's why I like your story, because it's like I kind of give up on some stuff. Like I probably, you know what I'm saying, I'll probably be like, man, this basketball. I always say basketball ain't for me no more. You know what I'm saying? I get to working and, you know what I'm saying, just get back in health and be like, damn, basketball. But you literally, nah. You know what I'm saying? I see you in there pushing the sled, you in there working out, you in there putting your shots up, you know what I'm saying? You doing the work to get better and better. You got your weight back, you're strong. Yeah. Like,
it's cold, man. You had me in there working. I pushed the sled yesterday. I said, if this is what it's like, yeah, you can be. I'm good. I don't think my body, bro. I had a cramp today when I thought I said, I woke up with a cramp. I can't move, bro. Like this shit hurts, but it's good because it's gonna get me back in the habit of just working on my health again and stuff like that. So it's really cool. But do you want to go ahead?
I'm sorry. I want to let y'all know something. You know, I mean, before the liver infection, before any of that ever happened, like. I want y'all to know, like, it wasn't talents nor skills. It's really my heart that, you know, got me.
Passion.
Yeah. So, I wasn't even that good at first, you know, and that's another story. But, you know, just to quickly go through it. I mean, I ain't get no scholarships out of high school, not even from a community college.
Because you said Oak Cliff. What school you want to go? What school you go to?
At first, I was going to Mountain View College.
Okay.
I went to El Centro College too.
El Centro.
And then after that, I went to a school in Missouri called Missouri Valley College. So that's another story, but.
That goes to your story.
That goes to all of our story. So what high school you go to?
Life School Oak Cliff. Okay. It's a charter school right there by Big T. I don't know if y'all know.
Yeah, Big T Bazaar. Yeah. We know.
That's the best way to explain it because everybody really don't know it like that. But it was a charter school, very small. Like it was about 60 in my class, like 60 something. So it wasn't a big school, but that's where I graduated from.
So how'd you try to get basketball attention from there? Was it like y'all played against other? I don't know how charter works. Did y'all play against other charter schools as far as basketball, or like how does that?
Yeah, not too many good schools. I mean, play schools like Ferris High School. It's been a minute. It's hard
to kind of remember the people you played against.
Yeah,
but like, so on that team when you were hooping in high school, were you one of the best at that school? Like,
honestly, I mean, I was average. You know, I wasn't the best because I didn't start or anything. You know, I was pretty much like the sixth man. But you know, I mean, on JV, you know, I guess you could say I was pretty good, but you know, I wasn't the best player. You know, I didn't get no scholarship like others did, but you know, I didn't. So. That's when I knew from that point I had something to prove myself.
Oh boy, you a warrior now.
You talking to the state man on JV All Star. That's what I call myself. I was so far on the bench.
Man. If only y'all knew, man. It took some time, but you know, and I'm still on a mission now. I'm never satisfied no matter what. So I just, like I said, man. I mean,
you just keep pushing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
We finna go hoop. I mean, today probably, you know what I'm saying, here in a little bit, we gonna capture footage, man. That'd be really dope if we can, you know what I'm saying?
Incorporate
that in the video. And we'll send you the video too, so you want to use it anyway. And hopefully it gives you, I mean, we don't got the biggest audience yet.
Man.
Hopefully it gives you some profile, you know what I'm saying? Because this is really, I feel like this is really important. And, you know, any way we can try to help. Because once you're on the Burrgen Boyz, you Burrgen Boy for life. Basically.
No, for real, you ain't here now.
So like, whatever you need, you know what I'm saying, we'll help as much as we can, you know what I'm saying? Was there? Do you want to shout out your socials, or I'll be seeing you jigging and bro, you be.
Oh, he a boogie man.
Yeah, you want to shout out your socials and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell people where they can find you. You know where.
Y'all can find me at Dwayne the Second, DEWAYNE, the THE second, like second place, number 2 ND.
Okay.
So, and that's also my I'm building my brand, so Ashton Cook _official. So trying to really, you know,
we can put all that on there.
Hey, come on, Burrgen Boy community, follow, show love. You know what I'm saying? One day you can be on here too, man. If you got an inspiring story, some of y'all be asking for interviews. You don't deserve it. What you been doing? You know what I'm saying? I like what you're doing. Can I get hell no?
Oh my goodness.
No, but if that's, you know what I'm saying, if that's everything, bro, that's Jacob Chi-Town Brown. You know, Ashton Cook, and it's the KID Justice, man. We guys want to thank you. We'll see y'all next time. Stay dangerous.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
For sure.